Hi everybody, today is April 10th and I have CDOD number 7 and I also have my chakra book here, but let me go over CDOD number 7. It's a little bit different today, focusing more on the warmer colors of the chakras, which are the, this is the middle chakra, green, and then the 3 below. They're more physical chakras, and I have celery, which I've never used celery in a drink yet. Somebody on the last video said that the celery was good in a smoothie. I believe it was Kathy, so I'm going to try it. Kale. Celery and kale. I have about 4 long celery sticks, so it might be a little bit too much celery, I don't know. We'll find out. And kale. So those are my 2 greens. I have about a half a cup of the unsweetened cranberry juice, which cranberry juice is really good for your kidneys. And I have 1 small tomato. I have 7 mango chunks, which I haven't used those yet, so that's new for me. I have a handful of raspberries. I have 5 sweet cherries and a tablespoon of peanut butter on the top and a teaspoon of spirulina. And again, no glutamine today. Just this, I'm going to put 2 scoops of protein powder, my pea protein, and I'm really hungry this morning, so this is my first meal of the day. Really hungry, so I'm probably going to drink the whole thing, and then I'm going to fix another one later at night that has more of the blues, the like blackberries and blueberries. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to make it, but I want to focus on the upper chakras. So I got some thumbs up for the talking about the chakras and stuff, and a couple comments, so that's kind of my focus now anyway for my life. You know, you go through phases and stuff in life, and I competed for a long time in bodybuilding, and you know, it's easy to eat good when you have goals like that, when you're in something and trying to achieve something. It's easy to eat healthy, or eat your vegetables and proteins and good carbs, and eat just, you know, it makes it easier. One, because you have a goal, and it does change the way you look, and you look really good, and you get into the way that you look. What I've found for myself and for some of my clients and stuff, and being in a different phase of your life, in my tag words, my tag keywords in a lot of my videos now, I'm listing it as fitness over 40, because I'm over 40 now. I'm in a different phase of my life, and the reason why I'm wanting to exercise and to eat these, I think you can kind of get to a point to where wanting to look better isn't enough motivation to make you want to eat better. So for me, you know, and it's like, I know what I'm supposed to eat and what's good for me and stuff, but when I don't have kids, but I have animal kids, and you know, when you have other things that you like to do, you know, when I competed, that's all I did. I competed, and I wasn't married, didn't have a home, didn't have a lot of animals, didn't have horses for sure. Usually had a dog, but you know, that was my career. That's what I did, and I don't compete now. I did in 2010. I think I'm probably done competing just because I don't like the ups and downs of it. You know, you go from one extreme being super, super good, and it's like usually what happens when you're done and you have that freedom again, you kind of get off track. And it's just depressing getting your body, especially if you're a bodybuilder. You know, it might not be so bad if you're a bikini competitor or figure competitor, but to be a bodybuilder and get as lean as you have to get, you have to go to a certain extreme with your eating to get to that point. And once you get that taste of, like, you know, good food, and you know you have that freedom after a show, sometimes it's hard to control yourself. When I competed all those years before, 11 years, I got to the point about halfway through those 11 years to where I could pretty much control myself and stay a decent off-season shape. I'd be about maybe 10 pounds over my competition weight. And I don't know, for me that was just something that was hard, and I know that happens to a lot of competitors too, especially if it's your first or second show. To gain 15 or even 20 pounds isn't really unheard of, depending on your, you know, your size too. But I think I'm done with competing. I'll never say never again, because I said that before and then I ended up competing in 2010. So I'm looking for different reasons to eat my fruits and vegetables, and I want to be healthy, and looking better isn't enough motivation for me to be good. It's more about the feeling better. I feel better, and that's what motivates me to be good. Over the last year and a half, you guys have seen some of my videos, and I kept trying to do it from a, okay, I'm going to compete standpoint, and I finally realized after my little break of being off of here that stop trying to do it. And it's not that I can't do it, it's just that my heart really isn't into it and doesn't want to do that anymore. So I have a different reason for wanting to be good over the last year and a half, since my mom got here. And it's not her fault. It's just I spent more time with the horses. I got a couple new horses and wanted to get back into the showing again, and I just lose track of time when I'm out there. I wasn't eating enough, but when I did eat and come back in, I would eat things like a cheese sandwich. I wanted that fat that like grounded me and brought me back in my body, because I'd be out there for hours and not eat anything, and just was super hungry. So I'd either want like fats or sugar or both. And just would choose, I would choose the wrong foods, and it started to catch up with me. I wasn't exercising, my muscles were shrinking, but I was gaining body fat. So, you know, I finally decided, it's like, you know what, stop trying to go back to the past and compete to get, you know, for a reason to get into shape. You don't need that. It's not in your heart. So you need to look at this from a different perspective. And every time I posted a video, you know, and was trying to be better, I was just coming from the wrong point, and the wrong point of view, or the wrong reason for me. That used to be my reason in the past, and it's like, I finally figured out I need to move on. I'm over 40. My goals are different. I know there's people out there that are over 40 that, you know, maybe aren't going to compete. There are a lot of people in their 40s now that compete, but it's like, you know, I did that, and I'm trying to move away from that. And this here, this is a different goal of mine now, instead of like, and I have lost weight. Like I said, I was 102 today, so I'm down just almost a half a pound from yesterday. So I am wanting to get leaner and wanting to get fit, but it's not my reason for doing it. My reason for doing it is to feel better and be healthier. And over that past year and a half, I was eating, like I said, sugars and fats, cheese. You know, I never ate cheese before, or bread really. And it just, I just started to not feel good. I started to get, well, my elbows had started to hurt a little bit, but my hips were starting to hurt, and my back, my lower back was, you know, stiffer and not feeling like it should, and I just didn't feel like I had the energy. My mind didn't feel as clear or sharp as it could be. I just felt kind of lost for a little bit, and it's because I was trying to be stuck in the past, and sometimes it's hard to move on when that was your life. You know, it was your, that was my identity, was my competing and my bodybuilding. I still train people, but I'm just starting to add in some of the stuff that I, what would you call, more of the energy stuff to what I do, or what I've done to the physical. Like I said in a couple of my last videos, it's like, and I'm going to start to share those things too, because I find it very interesting that, you know, about the chakras, and it is a way to have a reason to why you eat. And I just found something in this book that I wanted to share with you. This video is getting very long though already, but I wanted to talk about this real quick. This can give you a goal. These are pH papers. It comes in a little thing like this, and you pull out about 1.5 inches and you pee on it and it will give you your colors, whether you're acidic or alkaline. We want to be slightly alkaline to be healthy, and when you are, you actually do, your body does tend to lose the weight and the body fat, because what happens when we eat bad foods, like sugars, take sugars for example, sugars, that's acidic. Everything's basically acidic except for your fruits and vegetables. So that's why it's important to get a lot of fruits and vegetables in your diet more than anything, because that helps to make your body alkaline. And when your body's in an alkaline state, it's in a healthy state. And when you take in things like sugar, what your body does is it takes the acid. This is the way my body works, and everybody's a little bit different. But it takes the acid that's produced, and it tries to draw that away from all your organs. Your main organs are, you know, in your torso. So for me, it takes it down to my legs, and that's how you get cellulite. That cellulite look is, it's kind of, your body has taken acid, you know, that acid away from your organs, so it keeps your organs safe. So it's really a safety mechanism that your body does, taking those acids the farthest away that it can from your organs to keep your organs safe. So I'm looking at, for me, from that standpoint, you know, rather than saying, gosh, my legs aren't looking good, and it's, you know, it's kind of, okay, that's like related to the first chakra, and, you know, being more grounded, you know, and the three lower chakras. You have your red, orange. Your red is down, kind of down between your legs. Red, orange, yellow. That's why I wanted to kind of focus on the lower chakras today with the warm colors today, was to kind of get the lower. I mean, that's just what came to me when I was making my drink, so that's what I wanted to focus on. But So that's just real quick about this. This tells you if your body's acidic or slightly alkaline or too alkaline. We don't want to be too alkaline. We want to be slightly alkaline, and that's when our bodies are healthy. But I opened up to this page in this book. This is a really good book, Optimal Health, Chakra Foods for Optimal Health. And I keep coming up with the second chakra, which is orange. That's kind of like been playing out with me lately. The second chakra, the anatomy associated with it is your bladder, hips, kidneys, large intestines and colon, ovaries, and uterus. And I was drawn to it not too long ago because my hips were hurting. And now that I've been doing my drinks and actually moving again and doing, jogging has helped it, and the mini trampoline has helped my hips to feel better. But so the second chakra is related to water. The element is water, and it says that foods high in water content or water intake itself will support the sacral chakra, which is your second chakra. And guess what has lots of water content? Fruits and vegetables have lots of water content. And I read something the other day that if you're taking in a lot of fruits and vegetables, the water intake that you drink doesn't have to be as high. But people that don't take in fruits and vegetables, it's important to get your water intake through drinking just regular water, because we need that. So if you're taking in fruits and vegetables, that has a high water content, so your water intake doesn't have to be quite as high as it maybe normally would be. So I wanted to say that, and then I was just looking at something else too. I don't know, this is getting pretty long. Let me know if do you guys watch all of these videos? Maybe I should do this in a separate video and just end it at that. So is that a good ending point? And then maybe I'll talk about, because this is very interesting, about what do food cravings symbolize. So you have your, if you're a person, I know a lot of people say, I need crunchy, I want crunchy stuff. Like if I do a diet for them, it's like, give me some crunchy stuff. What crunchy stuff symbolizes is what is stressing you, what feels trampled upon and overwhelming, but it's like, if you think about it, crunchy stuff, it's like, you get to like, so it's like, it kind of helps to get rid of some of that stress, and a lot of times we get stress up here. We carry our stress in our necks and traps and upper back. And I just had two clients, a couple that I've been training for about 17 years. They came in and they were really stressed and tight right here. And, we talked a little bit, and I asked them, I go, do you know what that is? And they go, what? And I go, it's stress. I go, pay attention to how you're breathing. And a lot of times when we get stressed, we breathe very shallow and just off the top of our lungs. And we get tight. So we get tight up here. So if you're just breathing little short breaths and breathing like your chest, up here, it's going to create tension up here. And that's where we hold our stress. But when we get stressed, we're in our minds and we're thinking too much or trying to figure things out, and it creates us to not pay attention and really be totally in our bodies. So we breathe very shallow off the top of our chest, when really what's healthy is to be able to breathe nice and deep from your diaphragm. You want to breathe deep. You want to do belly breathing, not chest breathing. So belly breathing, your stomach goes in when you exhale, and it goes out when you inhale. So it's the opposite of what your breath's doing. But that's a healthy breath. That gets that stale air out from deep, down here. And then you take in clean, fresh air. It grounds you more, and it makes you more relaxed. It makes your body relaxed. It makes you feel better. And I can go on about that too. But anyway, you know, so I asked them to pay attention. How are you breathing? I could feel how they were breathing. I could feel the tension up here, and it's like they're like just up here. I'm like, you need to get your breath down and deep. So they started, I did a little bit of Reiki on their necks and just kind of stood there, and I did, you know, each one separately, and they started to breathe deeper, and they started to relax and feel better, and this started to relax. So this is the kind of stuff that I want to start incorporating into my videos and share this, because I've done it for a long time in the gym, you know, when I deal with people one-on-one, because there's more than just the physical. And I've always said in my videos before, it's not necessarily what you do, it's how you do it. And doing it from a centered place, and connecting the mind and the body, and feeling the energy and awareness, and being aware of where you are in your body when you're doing certain things. And I'm going to start to add those kind of things. So if you've watched this video to the end, I know it's pretty long, give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff, and if you like this video. You can also give me a thumbs up too if you still think I'm out there and this stuff is weird, but in a good way. I think it is. You know, a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? Because chakras are, and energy is a very subtle thing, but I think more of us feel and pick up on energy than we might be aware of. So anyway, I'm going to end on that, because this is like almost 22 minutes now. So hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. You can give me a thumbs up for being weird doing my posing too. Bye.